Good Morgen. Guten Morgen. 5 plus X casual. X casual. 5X. I'm not that big yet. Asper, you made it for a Monday morning. Thank you, Bijak. That's probably not gonna be the case for much longer. We have a large influx of players from India playing a lot of tournaments here. It's just a matter of time till someone surpasses me. Yeah, they approved my residency again. Fuck. God damn it. I'm a legal resident here. They didn't kick me out. I call myself a migrant. We joke about that a lot among my friends. I've been here for a very long time. I could be a citizen. So they better approve my residency. I don't want to go back to Trump land. Though I do have to go back to the United States to empty out my desk, my office. I do have to go back to the United States for 2 weeks in September. And it's like unbelievable. I haven't been back in 6 years. It's 5 years. 5 years, 6 years. I don't know. Jesus Christ, it was 2019. 6 years? 2019? It's 6 years? Where did 6 years go? Where did the last 6 years go? All because of COVID. COVID made like 6 years disappear. Bro, Bijak, that's very racist. Come on now. Alright. Brownie, Champ, Snedsteak, Addy. Look, I know a lot of very, very dirty people of all backgrounds. Brownie. Alright. So, yeah. Snedsteak, Addy. It's economic, socioeconomic. Alright, they're not lawyers. COVID plus war. 6 years. Brownie, Champ, Schumacher, Snedsteak. Alright. Keep your racist opinions to yourself, but anyway, we're playing black. It's e4. Okay. All right. Let's play e4, e5. So 5 plus 5. That's good. I don't understand why Brownie Champ chooses 5 plus 5 because they play very fast. "500 Years of Idiots." No. I mean, dude. What's happening in the chess world? The chess world. FIDE now on the World Senior cross table of entrance. Russians now have the Russian Federation back on their profiles. Thank you, Dvorkovich. I'm not playing any Russians, man. I would just resign and protest if I get paired with someone from Russia. Automatically. Now he takes e5. But anyway, there's only two male players in the World Senior. I think you got to be pretty bad to show up in a European tournament. Would I play an Israel player? Probably. I would consider protesting. It's obviously not as extreme or as ongoing as the Russian thing. I would certainly understand that. But at least, I don't want to start politics, but at least, yeah, no, I mean, I don't want to equate it. But anyway, I think that anyone who's protesting something legit like that is a good cause. I would definitely defend protesting against Israel. I'm not saying I would, but I mean, it's a kind of different thing. The Russians shouldn't be coming to Europe and playing in European tournaments when they're attacking Europe. That's pretty fucked up. Israel's attacking Gaza, but I mean, if they were like attacking Europe and then playing in European tournaments, it's like Israel attacking Gaza and then playing in Gazan tournaments or something. How can Russians attack Ukraine and then play in European tournaments? The audacity of those people to come here, it's totally unbelievable. I mean, Israel, Gaza aside, to attack the security of Europe and then there's like 7 players registered for the World Senior in Italy who are from Russia. 5 of them are women. But still, if FIDE takes and gives them back their federation, because of what? Their increased attacks on. Last night they killed children in Ukraine, in Kiev. So we'll give them back, yeah. We don't need to sanction Russia anymore. They're good now. But that's what you get when you have Dvorkovich as president of FIDE. Disgusting. I hate FIDE. Anyway, enough. I'm not doing politics today. We're done. The weakest link. And the best place to live. Because nobody wants to live in the United States or Russia. Brownie Champ. I mean, living in the United States is fine if you're like a millionaire. Just pretend everything's okay. Eugene Hackman. Till you get Alzheimer's and your wife just leaves you there. Anyway, enough about politics. This guy, man, he's really handling this well. The Godfather variation. My own personal invention. Oops, you lost your D-pawn. That was your whole position. What is your plan? Knight B5? That's a nasty move, actually. You attack my rook and you attack A7 with a fork. Oh, you saw it. Oh, no. But I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a bit weird, but we can defend. Miley Cyrus. That's random. What actress? Come on now. Miley Cyrus counts as an actress. It's almost as bad as politics. Don't you just hate when people are famous because they're parents? The only reason that Miley Cyrus is even famous is because her dad was a country singer. It's like Anna Kramling. Living off the fame of your parents. Live off the parents. Okay. Man, this guy's awfully good for 1800. Do you guys think so? Do you think he's a little bit too strong for 1800? My rook is on a6. I don't know what it's doing there. Billy Ray. Exactly. Of course. A lot of young people don't realize this, you know? Like, who's Emery Tate? I mean, they think that these people just came out of nowhere. Andrew Tates of the world, the Miley Cyruses of the world. They just were hatched from eggs. Bro, Brownie Champ, 1876. They would know about Emery, right, if they watched my streams. And they would stop playing bullet chess, which just makes you stupid. That's a good stream title. Bullet Makes You Stupid. I'm not awake yet, but my opponent seems to be. Setsteg. That pawn loss wasn't as bad as thought. Yeah, I know. He handled this so well. And just keeps coming up with like Zwischenzug after Zwischenzug. The good news about bishop takes is that it kind of makes my pieces less congested. I was a little worried about my rook's mobility willity. Who said that? The Lorax? No. Some Dr. Seuss character. Pawn takes. Because of course. Because you're threatening me. Why are you threatening me? Why do you threaten me? This is a very dangerous move by me, but I don't like that knight coming to b4, and I don't like d4. Brownie Champ? I don't know who this is, but they play pretty well. Hit or miss. If you do not play to race some time, yeah, I mean, but the people like in the chess tournaments now who put their ratings in the freezer, Sal Matera, 74-year-old American IM, is rated 2,400 FIDE. Playing in the World Senior. Good luck with that, bro. There's no way you're 74 and you're still 2,400 FIDE after not playing for like 30 years. So there's a justification for this whole the glycose system. It actually makes more sense than normal FIDE ratings. You shouldn't be able to just put your rating in the deep freeze and come out after 20 years and your rating's the same, you know. It's bullshit. 74-year-old inactive IMs are not coming out playing 2,400 FIDE when like most grandmasters are dropping under 2,400 now. So there's a real good cause, a good basis for the glycose system. Now look at this move. Queen there. Cause and effect. There was actually ranting from, there was a rant yesterday from crazy Danny Gormley. He was complaining about grandmasters who were like lower rated not getting conditions because of rating deflation, and people who like didn't play in 20 years can like get good conditions to go to tournaments. Yeah, I mean it seems sort of stupid. John Nunn has been playing lately, but if he came back after not playing for years, like he did a few years ago, he's like 2,600. You're like 70, you're 2600 after not playing for a long time. I don't think so. The rating system is broken. It's totally broken. It was never designed to have ratings go down to whatever they are now. It was never designed for that. Never designed for people to have 1,500 FIDE. So it's a joke. But the Glico system isn't perfect either. I agree. It doesn't seem fair that you don't play for a week. It's too exaggerated now in the other direction. You don't play for a week, and now, all of a sudden, he's coming back. That's fine. You don't play for a week. What am I saying? Losing my concentration here. Brownie Champ 1800. And I'm dropping this exchange. That's fine. Oh my god, he missed it. Wow. Dude, you're 93 there. He's very tactically inconsistent, this player. Strategically, he's very good. He seemed quite good to me, and intuitively. I don't follow Anna's content. I'm just saying, nah, she's okay. Yeah, whatever. Alright. Don't resign. We know. I'm just thinking of people who are, exploiting their parents' fame. It's more common the other way. That's the funny part about it, right? Most people, they're using their parents' fame as a launching pad. That's all. I'm not saying she's evil or something. It's just kind of funny. It's the same as Miley Cyrus. Andrew Tate. But usually parents, it's the parents who are exploiting their children. In this case, it's like the children are exploiting the parents, which is kind of funny. Yeah, the Kardashians are the worst, of course. Absolutely talentless. All right. So back. Yeah, that was quite a game. Quite a game. He made less mistakes than I did. 2 big ones. All right, Schumacher, 5-5. You always have to go. Asterbate's here. Asterbate, are you out there? ADHD. Everything gets a bit annoying. I have that problem with everything and everyone. No, I was surprised that Pia is playing in the World Senior. She hasn't played ever, as far as I know. And certainly not in the last 3 years since I started playing. So I'm half expecting the daughter to be there live streaming her tournament or something. It's like maybe not. I don't know why so many grandmasters are interested in playing in the World Senior. It seems like it's a more interesting tournament for players below GM. These Grandmasters, man, I don't know what Pia Kremlin can really get out of playing the World Senior. I guess you do get tired of playing kids, though. So that's the best thing about the World Senior, even for Grandmasters. They're sick of playing little kids, and you can finally like play in a tournament without having to play little kids. I guess that's enough right there. But you're certainly not playing for the money, because World Senior prizes is like 3,000 euros for first place, and expenses are like at least 2,000. So even if you won first place, the maximum you could profit from the tournament would be 1,000 euros for a 11-day tournament. You know, you could work at McDonald's for the same amount of money. I mean, there's no way a professional is playing in the World Senior as a means of earning money or something. Okay, it's the World Senior. It's not. But the lineup is brutal. It's just brutal, man. There's like Kotsur, who used to be like 2650. Krasenkov. Kirill Gergiev. Alright, Schumacher. You're not using any time here. I mean, I have like almost, I don't want to say no chance. I have almost no chance to win the tournament. It would be a miracle, like the best result of my life, if I tied for first somehow. Seriously. It would be my best result ever. I might as well just like go and make a Grandmaster result in a normal way. It's so strong. It's just ridiculous. So that's kind of disappointing. I mean, it's too strong at this point. Who else? Rosenthalis. There's just so many strong players in the 50-plus group. Great game by Schumacher. You adapted to this birds really well. People live streaming. Exploitative. Well, the worst was that Indonesian woman who made money by playing that cheater, you know. Irene Sudakar or whatever her name is. That was disgusting. She would earn money by playing this guy who was like a fraud. That's kind of gross. I didn't like that. But I mean, it's not just, yeah, everything is about exploiting these days. The end of the world as we know it. I think REM wrote a song about that. Alright, Schumacher, you didn't want to occupy E4, so I'm going to do it for you. Playing so solid today. I'm just talking about the World Senior because that's my first tournament like this year. No, I lied. I had a terrible IM tournament in February. Wow. Well, I had this new thing that I want to beat at least one Grandmaster every year. And technically, I did that in 2024. I won a game in February 2024. But I'm going through a very extended dry spell now. I haven't played any Grandmasters this year, but if I had, certainly try to beat one. Alright, guys. What are we doing here? Oh, nice. The D4 square. Whoa. He's starting to make some slightly weird decisions. Magnus Fide. Magnus tied. Sorry, I have vision problems. Especially bad today for some reason. can't see. Magnus Tide. Magnus Tide? The tide of Magnus? Tidings from Magnus. Pushing pawns, good or bad? We need to make a blog about that. Blogs are worse than ever. There was a blog from the world's biggest scammer the other day. This Romanian guy, who I just detest. The disgusting blog by a massive scammer. How to choose who your chess trainer will be. Of course, it's an ad about his lessons. The guy is the most fake person I've ever seen. True, like a psychopath. Speaking of exploitation. What's up, Arsenal fan? You read in a chess book. See, your first mistake is reading chess books. You should spend your time doing something more constructive. Making the world a better place. For example. Pushing pawns never helped anybody. Man, Schumacher went south very quickly between moves like 12 and 18. You have this. Wow, you can play Queen E5? I didn't think you could do that. That's not fair. Wow. I might have to actually calculate now. Wow. Rook F5. Oh man, this has got to be like a killer. Whoa, dude. Am I just winning directly? Not so easy. Watch this, bishop. Queen takes. Queen takes? Queen takes. The queen takes is okay, actually. I missed something. I had to have something here. Though it's still probably good for white. Oh, no. Oh, good. It's a chess comment from Arsenal fan. It's not totally that simple. Right. My thoughts exactly. Nothing is that simple. And then you die. Right? Knight F5. Oof. I like Knight F5. Knight F5 is just a beautiful move. What a good square. Yeah, he can like close the lines. Keep it simple, stupid. Hippo opening. I would recommend Fundamental Principles, but that's Arsenal fans' call. Wow. Queen takes G2 check. I wanted to play the birds, so we got a birds in. He handled the opening well, though. It didn't faze him at all. He copied me, actually, with B6. I didn't get anything. He completely was okay, and then he let me get the strong center a little bit too powerful, I think. No. That was the worst game I ever lost, where I allowed like knight h6 mate. I was playing in a Blitz tournament. Blitz tournament at the Boylston Chess Club. in like 1994, and I allowed the 1600 to mate me in 1 with knight h6 check. Except it was like a g6 sort of scenario. He had a pawn on g6, and then my rook was on f8. So you're winning. Imagine that. Always winning. Easy. You were fine out of the opening, but it's interesting to see what went wrong here. What went wrong here? Equal. White's a little better. Then boom, it all fell apart. It all fell apart right around here. I mean, I don't really like giving me this big, central mass. It seems dangerous. Blind monster. 0 is a number. That's true. You guys have challenged me to unbelievable. 5 plus X, 10-0 doesn't count. Why am I getting these weird challenges from people who have no games? Alright, 10-0 is definitely not on. 5-0, no, X has to be above 0. Blind monster, very suspicious. No 5-0. No, I'm not here to play 5-0. That I do in my free time. Oh man, Wonder Chess Boy. You gotta stop with the... No, where X is not 0. Arsenal fan, where'd you go? Yeah, I have in the stream, it says 5 plus X casual. Now, I wouldn't put that there if 0 was okay. I mean, it should be implied. So I should change it. Alright, let's do this. Where X is greater than 0. I don't even like math. There you go. Now you guys got the increments. I am. Dude, I have a name. Just don't call me sir. Arsenal will handle all questions. No. The answer is no. All questions, no. Just kidding. I'm taking challenges, therefore you may challenge me. The doctor is in. Yeah, I feel like crap today. I have very bad sleep health. Tuesday I stayed up all night, and I haven't been able to recover. Having a regular sleep pattern is very important to overall health. Internet went out. I hope it didn't for me. So last night I couldn't fall asleep till 5 a.m. It was terrible. I tried a little bit to sleep, but just couldn't stop playing Blitz chess. 5-0, 3 plus 2. The one thing that I've found that's very interesting is that if you play random people in 5-0 and 3 plus 2, they're much more likely to cheat in 3 plus 2 than in 5 plus 0. Because I think like the weak cheaters, obviously like the skilled cheaters don't bother to play casual games. They're playing rated games and like scamming people's rating points. But if you're going to play either 3+2 or 5+0 against anonymous people, you're much more likely to get cheaters in 3+2 because they're bad. They're bad at cheating, and they're slow at cheating. So it takes them a while to like, process the moves. So they need that increment to cheat properly. So once in a while, I run into a cheater. I just have to like switch back from 3+2 to 5-0. I'm like, oh, there's a cheater. All right, we'll go back to 5-0. Although I think the quality of games is better in 3+2. That's the problem. So I prefer to play through 3+2. It's generally a better quality of game. It's not absolutely for time. But unfortunately, yeah. And then I get angry because I'm like, why did you just waste my time cheating in an anonymous game? So then I have to go back to playing 5+0. But it's very addictive playing Blitz. So Arsenal fan did the insipid D takes C4, making me hate myself for playing this. That's fine. I mean, I think that white is better, although it's a very small technical kind of advantage. We can criticize Arsenal fan and shame him for playing D takes C4. That's your strong point, and you traded it off. I'm a kid. That's my job. No more questions is. Can I say that? No more questions is? Questions is are banned. You reached the question saturation point very quickly today. No more questions is. Too many questions is. Too many questions is makes my brain hurt. I want to look down and see. I want to learn something. I want to see information. I want to learn from the chat, not be like answering questions all the time. Tell me something, I don't know already. Come on, guys. Teach me something I don't know. Let me know something I don't know. Don't ask me questions. Come on, this is... I'm just trolling. I don't know. Too early in the morning for questions. It's 1:14. That's morning for me. Streaming is a great way to learn chess. Exactly. So I have 95, but it doesn't do anything. Teach me how to get the seagrass in Minecraft, for example. In order to get the seagrass, first you have to make the shears. If you make the shears, then you can attack the seagrass. And you get the seagrass. Arsenal's so close to equalizing. 95 doesn't work. It's a new, more solid Arsenal fan. Damn, dude. You're playing for a draw. He played for a draw the whole way. You're always playing for draw. Oh, God. I want to die. It's over. I have no more constructive moves left. It's so sad. I'm almost completely out of constructive moves. You sucked the life out of the position. Congratulations. He drew an IM. But you can draw Kamsky easily too, probably. So I'm alright with it. A draw's alright. I played lame opening. What can I do? I played the ready with, you know, I'm as guilty as you are. Playing a boring opening. This is a problem with hypermodernism. If your opponent doesn't want to take the bait and try to take too much space, then you're just stuck with nothing, you know. When you play a hypermodern opening like the ready, I'm counting on them trying to overextend, trying to be greedy, and if Arsenal here didn't, he just like traded off his central pawn, created a symmetrical structure, and then equalized, then you're screwed. You know, there's nothing you can do. It's a draw. I mean, I can hope he makes a mistake in an equal position. I mean, I think the position is almost dead equal. Objectively, it is. I have fianchetto bishops. My bishop's better than his bishop on e7, but it's almost nothing. Almost nothing. And if I try anything funky, I could be worse. This doesn't really do anything. Knight g5. What am I supposed to do, though? I have to do something. Learn a lot. Learn by asking questions. This week I had somebody send me an email about lessons, and they tried to negotiate to lower my rate. Dude, that's the kind of diss. Yes, I'd like to have lessons for my son, but yeah, maybe you just ask less for the lessons. What's wrong with people? Don't do that. 95. 95, take. Wow. You know how dangerous Arsenal fan is when he gets angry. He's like the Incredible Hulk. I almost have something here. Alright, I gotta try this. This is too much fun. Maybe I'm gonna go down in flames. But don't send somebody an email and be like, yes, I'm interested in lessons, or interested in lessons for my kid, and then I'd like you to negotiate on the price. That's just rude. Alright. So 95. I didn't even answer. The other thing is, like, if you're really interested in chess lessons, so send some information. If you're like, my son is 6 years old and he's very good at chess. Okay, well, how about a little more information? Weird. Alright, Arsenal fan, you're up a piece. I had this other scammer, some kind of weird, for a long time I've had this weird phishing email from someone. They would pretend to be asking for lessons. And, I thought I had Queen G4 maybe. But why would someone, like, do a phishing email about chess lessons? It's so weird. So here's where things start to get interesting. Now we're having fun, right, Arsenal? Kablam! Bishop G7. I guess I should take. Just listen phishing emails. Yeah, this looks a little dangerous. I probably had a better move there. Theme of the day. We live in financial hard times. Yeah, for the people who aren't making 6,666 times as much as the workers. Financial hard times for the CEO of Starbucks, who makes 6,666 times what the average worker makes. It's not financial hard times for him. Right? Hmm. Oh my God. Yeah. Good game. This is very typical Arsenal fan. He's a bullet pro. I was winning like 100 different ways. But that's what I get for trying to be creative and inject something into the game. Of course I lose. It's like a 3-hour game. It's like a Gilligan's Island or something. 3-hour tour. Remind me not to play 5-5 against Arsenal fan anymore. Oh, that's painful. What's this check? Yeah, I get mated. Dar. Dar. Dar, I get mated. Dar. Yeah. All right. Check this out. This is horrifying. Zero inaccuracies from Arsenal fan. 99% accuracy. He was totally lost. He's too good in the fast part of the game. Look at that game, dude. 1 inaccuracy, 2 mistakes. I lost this position. That's so sick. How accurately he played this whole game, dude. Overall. My God. Especially once he had a winning position. How much bullet do you play? I mean, you're so good in the fast part of the game now. It's unbelievable. You're another example of a player who plays better when they have less time. It's incredible. It has to do with adrenaline or something. You just play better when you have less time. Look at that quality of game. I mean, you'd be suspicious of yourself if you were me. That's still a really good game. It's not even clear you're lost. And Queen D5 is a mistake. I had better. I wanted to play Queen G4, to be honest. And I don't really know why I rejected it. In fact, I have no clue why I rejected it. I didn't really calculate, to be honest. My first idea was to play Queen G4. Knight A2 is insane. You just played an insane move. Just for no reason, to make it fun. Request to join the team. All different increments. Alright. You know what I like about Arsenal fan, though? He doesn't care how bad his position is. He doesn't lose. He doesn't lose confidence. You can't phase him, even when he has a bad position. In fact, he even likes having a bad position. He plays better with a bad position. Yeah, but I mean, you know, you're not thinking rationally when you play knight takes a2. That's a totally irrational move to play. Like, you turn the board around, you would never play that move. You would never play that move if you were looking at the board from my side. This is funny. I think I had a game like that did the same thing. Opponent did the same thing. Bishop f4 and queen c2. You know what? They think it's the queen's gambit. I think they think it's the queen's gambit. Because queen c2 and bishop f4, right? That's the thing. What's the time control here? 5+1. Oh, okay. I rarely do 5+1, but we'll accept it. have a draw with this player. I have no recollection of playing them. Well, I played a good game until I didn't. My condition. Bishop g5 and back to f4. The heck is that? That doesn't seem very consistent. Now my bishop has a good retreat square. Yeah, white is very solid here. Speaking of solid, should I play rook d8? Or is that a bad idea? A funny move is c5 actually. Yeah, b4 c5. Funny, haha. I could always take the knight on f3. You're way more motivated to play well when you have a bad position, it seems. You're conditioned to have bad positions. Your condition is a bad position. Weird player, this. Speaking of knight f8. I don't have too much here. 94, what does it do? What doesn't it do? Well, I'm so hesitant about playing this move, you know? I just wasn't sure what my follow-up is. But who needs a sticking follow-up? I've got lots of moves. Yeah, I don't know why I'm hesitating on that. It's obviously 94. Yesterday we saw Ivanchuk against some young Iranian Grandmaster game, and it was 94 all day long. Right, Arsenal fan? Always 94. I like my position here. b4 is hanging. That's no problem. You have a sacrifice on h6. Should I be concerned about that? Maybe. Of course, if you swap pieces, it's less likely that any sort of sacrifices are going to work. This guy's pretty damn good for 5-1 2045. He must be bad at endgames. Otherwise he would be like 2300 without losing any sleep. Doesn't look bad to me though. I mean, this guy's played well. Okay, 2000 is a respectable rating. Arsenal's what, 22? But White's positionally played well this game. Pretty quickly. Two bishops should give him drawing chances. because he's likely to lose a pawn here. The c4 pawn was is and was a problem. So he's like managing to hold on. Wait, is thinking. Thinking about what? What are you thinking about? c5? Doesn't do anything. No. What are you thinking about? Why is he thinking here? He's in panic mode because he might lose a pawn? Take, take, take. Take, take. Take, 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 take. Of course. And I still have a problem there. Interesting. Well, we have this minor threat. Wow, I thought he was going to go for the other way. Check, check. Maybe he missed this. Now we have some threats. So queen check, g5, not so clear. He had a try with queen c8 check, king h7, queen f5 check, king h8. There. Do I have a better way of doing this? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Not really. Alright. Interesting game. He was actually playing pretty well the whole game. He was better at one moment. Why? Rook d8. Okay, so what? What's the problem here? Takes, okay. Then f3, why? Oh, so he's going to pick up a pawn here? For real? Wow. So he actually wins a pawn if he plays the right move order there. Oof. Not a great game by me. Practicing always. We have 12 viewers. 12 viewers? I don't have any viewers. I don't understand. Is it Twitch? Twitch count is always off. It's 11 viewers, yeah. Never have any viewers. I don't know why. I have challenges from people. There's just no viewers. $1,600 FIDE managed to beat an NM. I'll tell you one thing. I don't want to be playing 1600s if I'm an NM. And I'm not playing in tournaments where I'm playing like a people 1,000 rating points lower or, 800 points lower. That seems like a bad idea. Really, 1600 shouldn't be playing 2200s. I mean, that's... Okay, it's a 600 point difference. People complain about rating deflation, but Number one, I don't think that anybody should be playing anyone more than 500 points different. This is very funny. Asterbait had the exact same game that he submitted, that he shared with me yesterday. Exact same position. And no one's ever played Knight TC4 here in Over the Board. Very funny. Shabalov and a bunch of other players all played Knight to G4, including Asterbait. But no one has tried Knight takes C4. It's a very obvious move. There's like 4 Over the Board games. The computer thinks that Bishop takes S7 is your best. Right, like there should be sections. I mean, tournaments should have groups. A lot of tournaments are like that, but that should be like, it should be the no-brainer. Over 2,000, or over 18, So why am I not losing a piece now? Did I get scammed? No, I just moved my queen. You almost tricked me. Now, there's various ways to do this, but queen c7. Oh no, I didn't win my piece back. There's also rook b8 if you're not in a hurry to get the piece back. No, queen c7 is a problem there. I have to get out of the pin. Accelerated dragon. Mr. Coffee. There's literally no way, people. This is a crazy move. I'm going to fall out of my chair. I always fall out of the chair when they play bishop takes d5. Horrible move by Heroku. Total loss of rationality when you play this move. Yeah, but Mr. Coffee shouldn't be playing people who are 600 points lower. He loses to 900s. Of course, 1700 shouldn't be playing a 900. Any more than a 2500 should be playing, What's the point, right? If it's more than 500 points, you can't even gain any rating points. Why would you want to play someone where you statistically couldn't even gain any rating points if you win? It's insane. It doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone in their right mind risk their rating to play someone so much lower rated? It's stupid. So any tournament that promotes that kind of thing is a joke. Queen b7. Just a minor threat. Oh, I blundered and exchanged the bishops. God damn it. Bishop takes g7. There's no way anybody should play someone if they can't gain any points from it. I'm risking 12 or 16 points to win a fraction of a point or something. That's stupid. Yeah. Online chess has wrecked ratings. So now there's a lot of unrated players who are very strong. Which is, that was never a thing years ago. More and more. But that's alright. Provisional ratings should be different. It's important that there's a strong provisional system in place. So the new players, new players shouldn't come along and wreck the ratings of established players. This can all be figured out, F6. Here, Hikaru, see, 1791. You shouldn't be playing 2530s. Yeah, that's cool. Adopting the ECF translation for provisionals. Good idea. That's a good idea for sure. Man, Heroku with a very off the wall style game today. Damn, bro. I have to play rook d8. Or I could sack the exchange, actually. Maybe it was better to sack the exchange. This is possibly a mistake. I could just play d4. Screw this, you know? Give you the rook. Who cares? It's a good exchange sack. Probably I should just give you that rook. Fine. This is good, too. Is it? Actually, I'm not so sure. Shit. I'm not so sure about this. Bishop g4. Weird. Knight takes c5, bishop g4, knight e7 check, king f7. Crazy. You can take my rooks, leading to immense complications. But I mean, there's all these crazy things happening. Like, we have IM and GM tournaments here in Budapest. There's like 2,100 players, like, performing like 2,600. This happens more and more. There was just a GM tournament, one of these, like, ones in 6 days, 5 days, 6 days, 1 week. And that Armenian player, Tatev Abrahamian, came. She's like 2,300 FIDE. And she had a 2,600 performance. What the fuck? I mean, I've never had a 2,600 performance in my life. And this woman is consistently rated 2,300, and she came and made a GM norm. The hell was that tournament? That's crazy. She's a good player, but she's accurately rated at like 2,300. She has a 2,600 performance and wins the tournament. I refuse to play in those tournaments because it's so stupid. They have no second time control. It's basically a rapid game. Yeah, knight takes d5, bishop g4, knight e7 check, king f7. No. I was going to play king f7, believe it or not. But maybe... I don't see how queen e7 works. Don't I lose the exchange? Queen e7. Let's see. So he's calculating too slow. He had something there. So bishop d5 is really bad. The computer gives me +3 here. And I wanted to play e5, but I should have just sacked the exchange. Yeah, this is very strong. I'm stupid, you know. Just sack the exchange. Just go here. I have a huge position. Oh, no. I think I have an in-between move. Oh, no. So I have an in-between move. So you can't even win the exchange. This would have killed you. So I hesitate with f6. And now, yeah, the question is, do you have this? So apparently bishop e6 is better. I didn't think this worked at all. You know, but now king f7, what do I have for this? I don't understand this. This is weird. Why is this so good for me? That's strange. Yeah, I expected bishop g4. Check. King f7. I thought he could do this. Apparently it's not good enough. His pieces are messed up. A lot of tactically inaccurate games here. I don't think queen e7 was good. It might not be losing, but I don't think it was good. Asterbait, what's up? I'm a werewolf. I have a friend who looks like a werewolf. I always joke about that with him. Birds is the words. How are we doing on time? We have plenty of time. 8 viewers. Wow. The fuck, man. Nobody loves me. I suddenly had this huge drop in viewership. Like from 25 to 8 in the last like 2 weeks. Is it like summer? People are really not here because of the last week of summer. Is there any truth in that? Or am I finished as a chess streamer? This is not a bad plan by black. Maybe. Phew, fuck. Alright. Halloween in the US. Halloween weekend. No. It's Labor Day, but yeah, who's here from the US? You? Asterbait? Why do I have 8 viewers? I mean, even the worst streamer on Twitch, who's rated like 1,000, has more than 8 viewers. People just hate me. I don't know why. Fine, hate me. I don't care. Actually, Twitch says I have 8 viewers, but Streamlabs says I have 13. So how do you explain that? The Twitch viewer numbers are never accurate. I think they manipulate them on purpose. Wow. So he's got a pretty interesting game here. I don't really like my game. Can do standard attacking stuff. Castle queenside against the birds. But it makes sense because he does that castle queenside a lot with white too. The way he played this is kind of consistent with the way he plays with white, which I think is important when you're facing offbeat openings. I'm just not really used to people doing that against me. You know, what do I do now? Shit. I can't attack on the king side. There's nothing to attack over there. There, here he comes. He's attacking me on the king side. That's my side, bro. Why are you attacking me on my side? This is my side. I have more space on the king side. Stop attacking me on my side. Unbelievable. It's like one size fits all. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm not playing well today. Very, very Alzheimer's like play by me today. That's why I have no viewers, because I suck. No, I can't refute it. I didn't play well enough. I don't think this can be refuted. The only refutation is playing better. Higgins is off. Oh snap, I could play f5. Maybe I should have thought of that last move. It's a little late now. Higgins works? Higgins has a job? I thought Robin Masters employed him. Okay. So he has a job outside of working for Robin Masters. He's like moonlighting. I hate this position. I hate this, that he's like attacking me on the king side. Forcing his will on me. I hate defending. You think he moved the wrong rook? Well, I think, it's natural what he did. But that's just because you're a contrarian. You always think that it's the wrong whatever it is. That's your nature. I like black. The white position might be, in fact, is probably defensible. Feels like I have no moves. Wow, f6, not what I expected. Instantly the move I didn't expect. That's right, baby. I'm going to take that. I get counterplay. My first pseudo threat of the entire game now. C4. He hesitated. I play the bird so I can defend difficult positions with white against a free kick attack. Yeah, in retrospect, it looks like Arsenal, you're kind of right. Like, he never moved his h-pawn. His rook looked stupid on h8, especially after that. Suddenly, my position is looking all right. How did that happen? The battle lines are drawn, as they say. No major threat. Acerbate approved this message. Have they made a dating app? One of the things I swore to abide by at an early age was that I would never date a chess player. I'm heterosexual. So I just said, look, I'm never going to date a chess playing woman, although I didn't completely live up to that. I mostly avoided chess playing women because women are crazy enough, but chess playing women's, that's really overdoing it. Like, seriously, a dating app for chess players. Normal women's are crazy enough. You don't need to date like a chess playing woman. I mean, forget it, bro. That was my theory anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't completely live up to my but especially a good woman player. That's the worst. That should be avoided at all costs, like strong women players. Well, okay, who says they have to be strong players, but a dating app specifically for chess players. Ugh, that's painful. So White has somehow defended again. Now Black rather. They're defended. It's Arsenal fan style. He's got the similar, like, plays better in bad positions, gets bad positions, defends well in bad positions. Now he's worse, he's playing better, more motivated. Avoiding exchanges. Bishop d8 was a brilliant defense. I must have missed something better. Yeah, don't date chess players. Very bad idea. This is almost like White is trying to get me to play f5, so I'll give them the one move threat. I don't know what to do. Where's my knight going if attacked? That's the question. Well, I don't really have a lot of choices, it looks like. Well, I could have gone to c3. My opponent's game is so largely based on time. Oh, I did that. Wow. My knight was hanging. Arsenal fan. Queen takes a2. Just trying to flag me. Shamelessly. Shameless flagging. Wow, you didn't know that was defended? Are you serious? What are you doing, bro? Why are you on my stream? Why are you on my stream, even? Dude, what are you doing? Okay, you're banned. He's banned. This is disgusting. What are you doing? You're down 6 pieces and you won't resign again. He just hung all of his pieces playing for time in a 5+3 game. It makes me wonder why people watch my stream. What's the point of this? This is the problem with chess. Why did you just, like, destroy your whole game, like, trying to play for time? What the heck, man? That's because you played bullet all day? I mean, you got 3 seconds per move. We both have 3 seconds per move. First of all, I hung a piece because I'm tired and I panicked with knight a2. The game was actually quite good up until this point. The game was fine, I would say, until this point. Both sides played all right. No, and I panicked now. My knight is trapped, actually. Moving it to b4 was a mistake. Okay, I had to go to c3. I had some kind of weird hallucination. Well, I mean, okay, you can play like here, 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 try to win a piece, but it's dangerous. Yeah, I mean, rook c2, I was playing that like ages ago to defend this laterally. Too much playing for time, guys. Stop that. Just quit playing bullet chess, or at least take like 6 months off. Try just not playing bullet chess for 6 months. And then see what it does to your game. It's guaranteed to make you slower, but maybe more thoughtful. It's the adrenaline junkies. They can't stop. They can't stop playing bullet chess. It's sick. 5-3-0, 5-0, maybe 5-0. Why do you have to play faster than that? It's stupid. Ultra Bullet King, get out of here. Unbelievable. Why would you watch my stream? Get out of here. Practicing always. Well, it was nice knowing you. Next game. Are you actually here? His internet is out. Oof. Yeah, I don't know why I even bother streaming. You like my stream? Why? I don't play bullet chess. Everyone who comes to my stream is like fast players. None of the slow players come to my stream. Why? I should have like a large fan base of players who like playing slow, but they're none of them are here. None of them. What do I have to do? What do I have to do to attract players who play slow games? I guess I should join the 45-45 league or something. The League of Bald-Headed Men. The League. Practicing always, we don't know. It's unclear. You must play on the evil chess site. This is not really a great variation for playing for a win for black. We are an international masters. Dude, what do you mean? I'm the one who misses hanging pieces, not you. Arsenal fan. The guy had tons of time and he was playing for flag, and that's why he hung a piece. He didn't just like miss it naturally. If he wasn't trying to flag me, he would never hung a piece. He hung a piece because he was playing all or nothing to try to win on time, and it broke his concentration. Which is ridiculous with an increment. You can do that in a sudden death game. That's why I don't want sudden death games. I want the game to be about chess. Why can't we play chess? Even down on time, you just don't get nervous. You have 3 seconds per move. It's forever. Nobody should be losing on time. That's it. Nobody should be losing on time. Even, we lose on the board, not on time. That's all. So he's Queen's Indian authority. Now, knight g5. Are you threatening me? What alternative do I have here? Oh, White's opening is great. He's a Queen's Indian pro. I'm not sure about a3, but what can't be bad. This looks like perfect play by White. You get panicking when I get good position. Well, that's not good ever against anybody. I used to do that, though. I used to do that. I used to get nervous when I was winning against strong players. And I used to think it was normal, but it depends. I mean, if you're getting to the point where you're like really nervous, it could be something serious. I don't think that. I think I was way too nervous. I would actually like mess up games when I had a winning position because I was so nervous, and I wouldn't get nervous when I was losing. And so, but I would assume that's like normal. yeah, if your heart starts racing, then it's like too much adrenaline. I used to assume it was normal, but I don't think it should. I don't think that should happen. Honestly, I used to think that was normal. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I had like really serious heart palpitations and stuff, and it didn't affect my health directly, but um, I don't think that should be normal. You probably have too much adrenaline going on. If that's the case, talk to a doctor. Um, on the other hand, like, some people are almost like too relaxed. But I always assumed like the massive adrenaline was like normal. But I don't think that is necessarily normal. If you're so excited or nervous that you're getting like heart palpitations, it's probably unhealthy. Because I had that, definitely, you know? And it would make me like freak out, even cause me to have like anxiety attacks. Once I had an anxiety attack during a chess game, I actually lost the game because I had an anxiety attack. So I thought I was having like a heart attack or something. It was like a panic attack, like during a chess game. It made me lose the game. I mean that's obviously a very extreme example, but Magnus Carlsen can sit there, and I don't think his heart rate even. Dude, think about Magnus. Like, think about the players they're super calm, and what an advantage that can be. Okay, adrenaline can help. It can help you. But to be like Mr. Spock and be super calm and be great, even without the adrenaline. Think about how calm Magnus is. He can concentrate, and his adrenaline doesn't um, it doesn't affect him in a negative way. Where you take someone like Anand, man. I mean, I don't think Anand would be. Imagine a heart monitor on Anand. He'd probably be really steady. I imagine Anand would be like just totally relaxed, no matter what. And at the end of the day, it's just a game, you know. It's just a game, and you have to remind yourself of that. Hey, it's just a game. If I lose, it's just a game. My problem, and Arsenal fan, I think you have the same thing to some degree, is that in our case, it's possible that our adrenaline, you know, is part of what drove us to be good players. The the adrenaline. I'm having weird hallucinations about this position now. Wow. I was having. It's like I'm not used to having a queen on c8, but very good game by White here. A true professional. Yeah, here I shouldn't panic. I know. Ooh, this is tough, man. This looks bad. Bad, but maybe survivable. He's played a perfect game. I wonder he's practicing always. They had a heart monitor of Hans. They need like a metal detector for his shoes. Um, I don't know about that Kasparov Karpov relationship. That's got to be a pretty old story, right? Kasparov Kasparov in jail. What was that? The early 2000s, when he briefly went to jail for protesting or whatever. Wow, takes. Gotta love White's playing this game. Very pro. Phew, bro. He's strong and fast. Just practicing always. But again, with the mysterious ratings, we won't go into that. You don't play on this site. You play on another site. It's obvious. Or you have multiple accounts. So we're holding on here, but White played a great game. I feel like Rockport or something in this game. Like, Rockport has a tendency to play kind of bad Queens Indians. Alright, so now maybe you finally got screwed up. The opening was extremely well played. Oh no. My d6 pawn. I'm going to lose the exchange back. Probably. That's alright. Get like 1 billion pawns for it. 1 billion pawns, please. It's not 1 billion either. Significantly less than 1 billion. Oh my god. Wow, what a disaster. What a crazy position. Ooh. Yeah, I let this get out of control. I don't know what's going on. Though his last move is bad, probably. It's possible Black's winning. But I wasn't planning on 2 connected pass pawns against 3. We really played badly at the end. I thought I had way more pawns. I missed f3, obviously. That's the only winning move for Black. You played a great opening. Where did we leave book? Weird. No games. That's very strange. I can't believe there's no games here. It seems like a totally normal line. Okay, so A3 is very rare. It's like the second best move according to the engine. Yeah, most players would take. So my move is a little risky. I mean, normally I would take. I just don't really like playing these sort of structures with D5. So there's very few games here. Computer doesn't like my capture on C3 either. 92 might be better. So surprisingly, this is the first time this position has been reached. And now f5 is going a bit too far. Yeah, the white was much better. You're much, much better. All right, guys. Any last requests for a game? Maybe we'll play a random noob. D5 immediately. White is much better. What I have is like a bad sort of Bird Larson. Too far behind in development. I'm too far behind in development here. F5, A5. Bishop E7 is not a reliable move for black. I should definitely take. You know, maybe you should take with the queen. I don't know. See Ropport. Ropport actually won a game. And my old friend Yevgeny Romanov. He's down to 25-55. Good. Lower the better. B4 not right according to the computer. So something went wrong. Well, rook d5 was a blunder. B4 opens the A file for me. Fe5, knight e5. It's a very hard move to find now. Rook f4. And you're clearly better. But I mean, B4 is not such a bad move. I mean, you might be able to... You're kind of doing too much, you know? It's like, curb your enthusiasm. He would say that. White is doing too much after B4. Any last requests before I go, you know, quit streaming for the rest of my life? I mean, B4 is a normal move. You're playing for C5 break. You could steal the A file from me, even if I control it temporarily. It's a typical plan in the Queen's Indian to play B4 C5. But, you know, honestly, you've played D5. You're playing in the center. Your knight's on E6. I don't know. All right, Arsenal. Last game. All right. Now, 430.5 to 115.5. We're at 546 games. This is game 547. I don't want to play the Caro-Kann. Not today. I should play the Petrov. I mean, while we're playing correctly. We haven't played this in a while. I got to get warmed up to lose a critical game in the World Senior. My right score with the Petrov is like 1 draw and 2 losses in World Seniors. Maybe that should tell me something. Oh, what am I doing? What? I'm having some weird hallucination here. What am I thinking? Okay, anyway. So we played this before, but I haven't played it in a while. And there's one line that I was just not remembering what black's supposed to do. I'm 99% convinced that this is black's best line. Not just a trick line, but it's the best line for black. What is this transposed to? after d5. It transposes to a different variation in some cases. This is the game I had against David Nietzsche. Oh, King's Indian defense. Come on, bro. Wait, d takes c6? Really? What do you mean d takes c6? Why is that good? Big deal. Well, I mean, I expected you to play d takes c6. Now, Arsenal has d takes c6 too. Yeah, I would play b5 with black too. Very common undermining move. If you don't play b5, I will. Cassius really did that against me once. In an IMSO, it was very unpleasant. I hate when black gets in b5. Yeah, you can play b5. I saw that. So I don't remember what I did last time. Forget my own games. But I think this was it. But it's also possible to play other move orders. So, Sunday flagship simulstream. Bring your friends. We need new viewers. I'll be giving away millions of dollars on Sunday. Bishop f4. That seems oddly familiar. Why is that familiar? Should that be familiar? I do not know. Actually, no. I don't think the bishop f4 is familiar. Didn't Nevenici play like knight c3 against me 2 years ago? You guys, I put it in a study 2 years ago, so it's possible someone here like saw the game. In my World Senior Games from Terracini. No, it was from Assisi, my first World Senior. 3 years ago? 3 years ago. Holy shit. That was 3 years ago. I think it was knight c3 for white at some point. But he also played like rook e1. I don't know what's going on here, but I like it. It's like an open Roy Lopez. This is my 4th World Senior. I know, right? 4th World Senior. Like I was just saying, I don't know where the last 6 years went, let alone 4 World Seniors. Yeah, I'm ready for the 65 group. Looking ridiculous. They do seem to be getting stronger, though. This year's lineup. Last year was in a kind of cool location, but I mean, this year, okay, Italy. Everybody goes to Italy. Nothing unique. The organizer of this one is kind of sketch. That's the same organizer from Assisi. So I'm a little surprised there's a really good list of players. The organization in Assisi was really not very good. I'm certainly not playing because of the great organizing of this particular organizer. What else? But the list is surprisingly strong, you know. Just a few grandmasters. In the 50 plus group especially, very strong. Rook e1. Okay. So, what? Do it now? I think I'm going too far. Astrobate, I told you not to do that. Yeah, knight g4. Knight f3 check. Pawn takes. Knight d4. Bishop e3. Maybe bishop takes. It's horrible. I got nothing. I told Astrobate not to move his knights twice in the same position. Bishop h7, king h7, knight g5 check. Doesn't work. So I guess I should just castle. It doesn't work until it works, unfortunately. No, this is alright. I have a plan. I was afraid to get into a knockdown, drag-out battle with Arsenal fan with opposite side castling, so I decided to play it safe here. We're just going to solidly castle king side. Now he wants to, you know, clearly he wants to do bad things to me with the diagonal. Well, I don't care, you know, about that pin. That's fine. The pin wasn't doing much for me anyway. I'm going to trade off, or attempt to trade off your bad bishop. Good bishop. Whatever. Bad bishop, good bishop. This is a good bishop. All that matters is when Arsenal gets down to 5 seconds per move, he's like a grandmaster. And I can't possibly win on time. He has an adrenaline advantage on me. I need to start calculating, man. A6. I think the new Lichess app looks pretty good. It's good they improved that. Sneaky. Shit. How about D4? Holy Batman. Now here comes Bullet, Arsenal fan. He's adapted to bullet mode. With 5 seconds increment. He lost on time? Why would he do that? You forgot about the time? Bishop takes d4 question mark? Oh, I had queen takes. But what does it do? Oh, it wins a piece. Oh, fuck. I'm winning a piece after queen takes. That's ridiculous. Oh my god. I was completely winning after queen takes. So you should do a blockade, no? What if you do like c4? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You have a rock solid blockade here. When I looked at d4, I did kind of dismiss this as not a big deal, but it looks like your best plan. I could play knight b4. It's nothing special. It might be better just to play a5. And the position is equal. It was actually a pretty good game. The computer likes knight c5 lying better. I need to look at this. But I really feel like I'm playing the open Roy Lopez there. So this is where Nevenici played knight c3. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he played bishop f4, did he? So even Victor Plotkin played my line. He probably played it first. I lost this kid. Bertalan. A few years ago. I'm playing like Plotkin. Obviously Plotkin wouldn't find g5. Knight takes d2. Bishop takes d2. Now black played knight d4. You see, I didn't go for knight d4 because I didn't like bishop e3. But it turns out that doesn't work. Weird. That's actually good for me. So I refuse this for the wrong reason. Yeah, if I thought you had to play bishop e2, I would have done this move. I mistakenly thought like you have this and you were okay. I didn't think this was so good for me. I didn't see that I could do bishop h3. I thought my bishop's hanging, but I have mate with queen g5. So that's why I rejected that. But of course Plotkin saw it. Black's completely equal. Plotkin draws everyone. It doesn't matter if they're like 2100 or 2600. He just draws people. He was actually 2367 back in 21. Wow. That's surprising. Alright. The draw master. So my castle's kingside was wrong. Maybe I looked at this on the later move. So same thing. Bishop e3, knight f3, gf3. I thought, oh, you're fine there. I didn't want to do that. Computer doesn't like castles. Queenside castles would be a real battle. Now it's going to be a very, very sharp game. Even if the valuation is equal now. With opposite side castling. Here, you have h3. So if I play bishop h5, you have these tricks like bishop takes check. Does this work? Yeah. Like, I've had this happen in the exchange Caro-Kann before. It gets very awkward because you do that like knight g5 check, and then if I go here, you have g4. This is almost like a standard trick. I was worried about that, so I was going to play bishop f5. Looks like you're slightly better, according to the computer. So I think you played okay. c3. Bishop f5 was lame. I didn't have the guts to play f6. Wow. Now that's a move that Nefedov would love. f6, e6, bishop takes e6, queen c2 sacking the pawn. Yeah, I don't know, man, about that. I missed f6 altogether. I'm just not sharp today. Alright, guys, I gotta go. Get ready for work. Thanks for tuning in. And we're gonna be streaming on Sunday. Sunday simul stream. 6:30 p.m. CEST Sunday. Thanks for your support. Don't forget to subscribe and donate, and tell your friends about the stream because I'm still here for a while anyway. So bring your friends and family. I'll see you later. Thanks, guys. Sunday, Mr. Coffee. Thank you for the shout out. Sunday, See you guys later. Have a good